created paradise with a pair of dice. Ass filled, you can feel it in the air tonight. Adjust the fan height, high fuck the thermostat. Johnny got his burner back, wish a nigga would. I wonder where Timmy Turner at. I need the drip, I'm hitting PLA. I'm an artist and my easel is beneath my stilo. See Montana and Marino parked at the marina.
This is gonna be audio, as you can tell. Audio only. This is LOSKO Projects. I'm Nathaniel, your host, and we're here with, hopefully I say your name right because I know people have fucked it up. Ewan.
It's
Ewan.
Ewan. It's Ewan.
Ewan.
Bowman.
Yeah, there you go.
Ewan
so,
Bowman.
I got it sort of right.
It's all good.
But
No worries.
this guy right here, it's an honor just to be doing this with him because he's one of those guys that's been in the game for a very long time, and he shot fucking videos that I watched when I was a kid in high school, from flip videos to Transworld to shit, dude. You probably forget how much you've shot.
Yeah, 411 videos.
411,
I mean,
yeah.
I used to work for film for 411, so
yeah.
all that shit. I mean, actually the first time I ever got paid for anything in skating was from Thrasher.
From Thrasher. Okay.
Yeah, like that was the very, very first. It was like for a single clip and a line. I can't remember who it was of, but yeah, it was, and that was a long time ago. So it's kind of cool that that was the first person.
Yeah.
First, you know.
When was the first person? How was the thing like meeting Phelps and stuff like that? The first time you met him?
I can't remember. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, you're always. I mean, the first time you're intimidated because.
Well, yeah.
Who he is, like
the first time I met him was at 20th and B, the little hangar over here.
Uh-huh.
And he saw my Thrasher tattoo, and he was like sick. He was like, do you have a Transworld on the other side? I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what does that even mean? I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I got a Thrasher. He's like, oh, sick, dude. That was it. That was like my little thing of like.
Yeah, I remember one time I saw him in Prague, and he said to me, he goes, dude, you got fat. And it stuck with me forever. Like, it stuck in my head forever. And every time I'd see him, he'd be like, remember when you told me I got fat? But yeah, it was good actually, because I did get fat. Not really fat, but just party fat. But then.
Well, you were definitely bigger because.
I lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, just like when I first met him today, I was like, damn, that's all right, dude. I was like, you got skinnier and shit. You look different, got hair.
Yeah.
Like, bald and shit.
Well, I mean, fuck. It's just, like I said, it's the skate life, you know?
Yeah.
You go from like being out filming all day, and everything changes. You get older, and then your role changes. You're not just filming for 3 to 4 years to make a video. Now it's like you're constantly doing stuff. You're putting out stuff all the time. So it's a lot lot different.
It's just keeping up with the youngsters and just.
Well, yeah, but basically, look, the bottom line is like, unless you're like really actively like paying attention to what you're eating and what you're drinking, and you get older, your metabolism slows down. You think you're doing a lot of stuff, but really you're not. And then, I mean, I was a fucking Teletubby. I mean, it's cool, whatever.
You're round and proud.
I wasn't proud, but I was roundly trounced. Roundly trounced, but
drinking a lot of fucking beer.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like to fucking drink beer?
I love beer. Yeah.
I like to drink IPAs and get fucked up and whatever. But yeah, I was a little Teletubby 5 years ago, and then I got my shit together, and now I'm.
Do you like work out regularly, or do you walk or?
Nah, for about 5 years, I was going to this gym and just training and then just eating. But like I said, you get older and you got to look after yourself more, and you want to fucking film lines.
I think it would be harder too, just to keep up with the youngins too. How much they want to skate and how much you have to film to get good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like anything. If somebody's trying to line, could take fucking an hour, could take 2 hours. I mean, could take 30 minutes. But regardless, you gotta be able to keep up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but I go into my 40s, and if you're not filming all the time, like that's what I'm saying. If you're spending more time editing, or you're not out filming all day every day, your body, it loses the. I don't even know how to say it, but you're just not doing it frequently. So you lose your stamina, I guess.
And you want to do quality shit because you work for Thrasher and whatnot, so you want to have a quality.
Well,
content.
you just when you film, you want it to be good, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, you might be filming for 4 or 5 hours, so you just got to keep up,
Yeah. So you were from Scotland originally, right?
Well, yeah, I was born in Canada.
Oh, but in Canada.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Canada.
I lived there till I was 5, then moved back to Scotland. Yeah.
Okay. And then how'd you get into skateboarding when you were?
I think
in
it was.
Scotland? Did you get into skateboarding there, or did you come here?
No, I got into skateboarding there. It was
Okay.
like Police Academy 5.
Was it?
No, it wasn't Police Academy 5.
I was like,
dude.
are you skating through the malls?
No, it was. There wasn't a mall where I lived, but it was Police Academy, and I remember going to see it, and it was right before Christmas one year, and then I remember like coming out of the cinema, and I was air skating. You know how, whatever, just like you're a kid, you're like jumping off the stairs.
Yeah.
That was out of the whole movie.
When you seen that, you were just fucking hyped. You're like,
I was like
wanna do that
hooked.
shit.
Yeah, I want to do that, and I think that's the only thing that I really remember about the movie was the skating.
The
That
skating.
stood out
Oh, for sure.
more. They could have just played the skating part, and
You would have been hyped.
that would have been, that would have been fine. But yeah, it was definitely Police Academy 5. That was the kind of thing that
I got you hooked.
got me into skating.
Yeah.
And then
How'd you get your first board?
I got a skate zombie for Christmas right after that. Like, yeah, it was just like a cheap board from like the equivalent of Walmart, but it was called Woolworths. It was just like red paint with a fucking zombie on the bottom, yellow lappers, copers, tailbone,
Oh my God, dude.
rails, nose bone, and yellow hard plastic wheels. And the grip tape wasn't even real grip tape. It was just like that weird shiny black plastic.
It was like shitty.
It was shitty stuff. So.
Well, that was better than what I had. My dad actually made my board without grip tape.
Oh yeah.
There was no grip tape on my fucking board. And I remember skating across the street. Shit. I remember skating across the street and fucking my board went out in the street and a car ran over it.
Oh yeah.
Then I told my dad, yeah, that motherfucker's. Oh shit.
What is that, school security?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we parked in the parking spot where we probably don't supposed to park, so.
Oh really? Oh.
Fuck it. Alright, anyways, from there, when you got into skateboarding, like, did you see any videos or anything that were like, that hyped you up too after the fact that you got a board?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a little. I mean, I was fucking really young. I honestly, like, it's hard for me to really remember, like, all of the dates and the times.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was probably not long after that. Maybe skating. I moved to a different town on the island that I grew up in, and then. I don't think I met any other skateboarders in the main. When I first got the board, like, I'm pretty sure I didn't know any other skateboarders, and it wasn't until after I moved into a smaller town that I think I would go. My parents separated, whatever, and I had to go visit my dad. But I think I met some other skaters then, maybe. But it was like no one skated. I grew up on an island. Like,
yeah. So you were just like the only one fucking doing
and in my school, like when I moved away from the main town, like I was the only skater in my entire school.
Holy shit! Okay.
And so
Did you
from
else to skate?
you know what? So here's how it went down. So I got the skate zombie for Christmas, and then I think shortly after that, my parents separated. We moved to another town, smaller town, and then it was one summer in that town. I was going, like, down the high street with my brother and my friends, and my brother, they didn't even have a skateboard because they were like, my brother was over it. And then we saw this kid, and he was on vacation with his family because people would come from the UK to vacation. It's like a nice place to be in the summer.
Yeah.
But he had a skateboard, and he saw me or us with our skateboards, and so he had a proper 7-ply maple concave board. So anyway, he fucking saw us, threw down on his board, crouched down, put his hand on the nose, and did an ollie. And that was the first time I'd seen an ollie in real life.
You're like, what the fuck?
I was like, wow. Obviously, after Police Academy, and then I see this, and then he came up to us like, hey, check me out. Like, you guys skate, I skate. The classic fucking yo. And then I was like, dude.
I
I was like, dude, fucking show me how to do an ollie, because I never knew.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have the real board at that
Yeah.
point. I still had the stupid skate zombie with all the
But
fucking.
you were gonna try it anyways.
So we went to this little place at this little primary school, and it had this super smooth, flat, open area. And he was just like, "This is how you do it. You put your front foot here, your back foot here," and he put his hand on the nose and he ollied. And then I was just like, I had to go on his board, and he's like, "Yeah, you got to get this kind of board, this kind of wheels." And I was like, "Fuck, okay, that's what I got to do." So that was like that was the catalyst there of like.
Were there any skate shops?
No, there was no skate shops.
Nothing?
So there was no skate shops, and then the only place you could get a magazine from was from like this news agent in the big town where I used to live. So I would have to go there. So after meeting this kid and him trying to learn how to ollie, it became, he's like, "Yeah, you got to take off your fucking lappers, your copers, take the tailbone." So I did all that shit on the skate zombie, but it sucked. So then
didn't do any good.
Yeah, so then I eventually got a skateboard. I came in contact with like a skateboard magazine, and then you had to mail order.
The old 70s magazine?
No, not 70s. I mean, it would be in like, when I was born in, I'm like, well, yeah, whenever. You never give out your details online. I was going to tell you what year I was born.
You're old enough. There you go.
I mean, fuck, whatever. I'm 44. But basically, I got this magazine and then had to mail order a board and wheels. So I kept the trucks from the skate zombie. Mail ordered was Marty Jimenez Jinx Vision, and it was these green slime ball wheels.
Oh shit.
And I got some bearings from like
random bearings?
No, I can't even remember, but I just remember it was like a fucking mixed match of shit. But yeah, so anyway, you had to mail the check with your order form. They would have to wait for 3 days. So it'd take 3 days for them to get the mail. Then they would have to cash the check, wait for the check to clear. Then they would, so that's another 3 days to a week back then. So then it was like, okay, then they would mail out the shit, which would take up to like a week and a half to 2 weeks. So it would be like a 3 week to a month ordeal, just waiting.
Before you even get a board.
So yeah, I remember that, and I'd be at school, and I'd look out the window every day, and I'd see the mail van drive by, because I live really close to the school. You could see like my house from whatever, and I'd just see the mail van, and
you're just fucking patiently waiting, like, hurry up.
Not patiently, like fucking aggravatedly annoyed, like shit. I want it. Yeah. And every day I'd go home, and every day it was never there. It was always like the last possible moment. You know when you get fucking FedEx and they're it'll be here by 8 p.m. by the end of the day, and it really is by the end of the day. You think that it's going to come, and it's not.
And you're waiting there like an idiot.
But anyway, so yeah, that was it. It was police academy, got a skate zombie, moved to a different town, got a skate mag. No, seen the kid with the real board, like saw him ollie. Was like, yo, fucking let me learn let me try your board and blah blah blah. And then
so once you got that board, that good decent board, did you start ollieing on it and learning more tricks on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd seen skate mags, but I didn't know any of the trick names or anything. So you're like looking at all this shit, and it's kind of alien because you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is a method error? And it was all like a lot of vert skating too. So you're like, you got fucking Klaus Krabke and all these whatever. Dude, I had so many pictures on my wall, but yeah,
I seen that older picture when you were little on your bed.
Yeah,
the OG one. I was like, dude, damn, that's him. I was like, that's sick. Like, you were into that shit way when you were young, dude.
Oh yeah, but that was the skate zombie board.
Yeah, that was the skate
That was actually the skate zombie board.
The skate zombie board you fucking had.
Yeah, but that was it. It's pictures on your wall. Mm-hmm. I don't know, fucking.
When did you see your first like skate video? Where you?
Trying to remember. It was like, dude, it's really hard. What I do remember is eventually, like, so I got the board, the good board. I got the wheels, set that up, and then just skated by myself for however long, and then eventually I started going back to the big town where I first lived on this island, and I started going back there to skate with like this.
Do you have any skate spots there at all?
Yeah, there's like some skate spots, just like some banks and like fucking whatever, like curves and little stairs and like ledges, whatever. But so I'd start going back there, and then what was the question? Like I fucking can't even remember.
No, just keep going about just skating.
Oh yeah,
having the new board and whatnot.
First skate video. Yeah, so there was these older dudes. So anyway, there was these two older guys that had been going to university on the mainland of Scotland, and they both skated. So they would go there and go to the skate shop, and they'd come back. And this one dude, like, it was kind of like this weird folklore, like, oh yeah, you just have to like wait and watch this dude Jamie. Like, cause he could kickflip, so we were like, and they were like, yeah, right before he kickflips, he always starts whistling. So it was like this retarded.
Whistle before you fucking.
It was like, he'd start whistling, and then he would do a kickflip, and this was like the folklore. So I remember the first.
Did you try that?
I didn't try that. No, they didn't try. They just said this is like, oh yeah, this guy Jamie, he can kickflip, blah blah blah. And of course you're a young kid and this older person, and you're just like, holy fuck, okay, like, wow, this guy can skate. So anyone who can do anything is like a god.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever. Meet this dude the first time with his buddy, and I don't remember if he whistled or not, but he did a kickflip, and it was pretty cool. And then. Those guys had access to videos, and so they would get like these videos, and then they would like dub them onto VHS. So they would dub them, but then they would like charge us like 30 quid, 30 pounds. So it was like they had a little scam. Hey, good for them.
They had a hustle.
They were hustling, dude.
Hustling to get some fucking skate videos.
They were hustling to
You
fucking.
want to see some skate videos?
No, they were smart, dude. They were hustling to make money, and I'm sure they made like some money. Whatever. I didn't care. Like I just wanted the fucking. I wanted the videos.
Yeah, you wanted to see some.
So I can't remember, but it was like I saw a bunch of videos when I was younger, but I think it was like 8th Street. Life video for sure. Life video was, I think it was like not the new 8th Street video, and then Life video, and then there was another video that I got, but I can't remember exactly. There was 3 videos, and I think I paid like.
Did you watch any of Bowes Brigade back then?
No, yeah, there was. Yeah. I think like after those videos, like see, that's the thing. It's like I only got what they had, so they didn't. The Bones Brigade, any of the Bones videos, like I don't think I saw until after. You know what I mean? Because they just had
way later.
I saw later, but yeah, eventually I caught up.
Yeah, you caught up.
And when I moved to the mainland, and there was a skate shop, and I went to college for like a year, but I didn't really go. I went there just so I could skate. But yeah, it was like, you live on an island, there's nothing. It's probably like living in the middle of nowhere, anywhere. You don't have access to anything. You don't know anything outside your little world. And like I said, I was the only fucking skater.
And you had to send off for everything.
Yeah. No, I would have to mail order all the time. Yeah. Like I mail ordered so many times. And I remember one time I was mail ordered this Neil Blender board, and it fucking arrived, and it was fucking damaged. Yeah, the board was like it got fucked up. They threw it in, whatever, it got crushed, and it was ruined. So I had to send it back. So it was like I already had waited what felt like an eternity for the new board, and then it arrived, and then it fucking was demolished. It was like, wasn't demolished, but it was like I couldn't skate it, so I had to send it back and then buy another board, or I had to just buy another board. It was like pretty gangster back in the day, where people don't give a fuck, and they just like, we don't care. You paid for it. It's broken. It's not our fault.
Yeah, but that's just a fucking amazing what you had to go through just to get skate shit. Like, when people in the States, like me or whatever, we were just like, oh, we have all that shit, firsthand.
Yeah, but you live in, it's California.
Yeah, California.
If you think about California, it's kind of like it's its own country, within America, and it's like people from all over the world, like, want to come to California. You know what I mean? Like people look to America, they look to California, and you live in California, it's a pretty like insane experience, when you compare it to the rest of the world and stuff. Like it has everything. You can get everything here 24/7, whatever the fuck you want, like anytime, anywhere.
It's just easy access for all this shit that you can get. It's probably like so hard to get over fucking Caesar.
Well, yeah, but like I said, it's like, getting stuff in other parts of the world. Like just recently, like I sent a few Thrasher magazines to friends back in the the UK and then a couple in Europe, like one to Italy and one to Spain, and it costs like $25 for me to mail those things. You know, it cost me $70 to mail. Like I mailed like 6 the Jake issues to friends back in Scotland, and it was like $75. So imagine if your skate store and the import taxes or whatever you have to pay, you know,
expensive as fuck just to get some mag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's so imagine like growing up on an island or in the middle of nowhere.
Going, damn, I need to see something or do something. I have to fucking work for it.
And this was before the day of the internet. So now it's like you can just click and buy anything, and you can literally get it in 2 days. Where, like I said, the whole experience that I had, along with millions of other people in the world, was like you mail order. So you like, you know, mail in a check.
Put your fucking name on it.
You put a stamped return envelope, and then it's not like they could just email you, "Hey, we got your order or confirmed. Here's your tracking number."
You're good.
You're just waiting.
Yeah.
You're just fucking waiting.
Amazon shit.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Amazon. It's kind of a nightmare. I don't really fuck with Uber, and I don't really fuck with Amazon because my experience with Amazon is just like it's just stupid. Like, oh yeah, paid for Prime, still didn't come in 1 day or 2 days, and then your package, here's the box, but the stuff is not even inside it. So either it fell out during the thing, somebody stole it, and then it's just like, you know, oh, it's damaged. What? Oh, I have to send this back, so I got to waste my time? Like, I already fucking paid for this service. I got to waste my time to go back.
I got Reddit Prime, so I like buying shit too, like physically.
I want to
go have the shit. I don't
yeah.
have to, you know, a lot of stuff you order on the internet, you don't know if you're gonna get that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like, you know, definitely in those days, it was really difficult to. It was really difficult.
But that just shows like your passion for skateboarding. Though. You fucking wanted to see that shit. You wanted to have the good shit, and you went out of the way to just get that little minimal.
Well, yeah, you just do whatever you did, whatever it took. You just did what, like, okay, I gotta fucking.
Because a lot of people wouldn't. They would have been like, oh, I don't want to do all that shit. You know, that's too much.
Yeah.
Where you live at, you fucking live way far from the fucking U.S.
Yeah, and there was literally in the little town that I ended up living in, there was only one place that you could really skate, and it was like the winter times were like really shitty.
Yeah.
So it was
right? You guys...
it's cold and rainy, but there was only one place that was like super smooth ground, and that's where you'd go and like you'd skate.
Do your tricks forever.
You know, and that's you just like whatever you try. I mean, and also like I said, I've seen Police Academy, and then I seen a dude ollie in front of me in real life, and then I hadn't really seen anything. Anything other than Police Academy and a dude ollie. So I had no idea about really what skating was, apart from like, pushing and rolling around, and then you just try fucking anything. And until you get other stuff, you see, oh, okay, this is whatever. I mean, I don't know. I think...
Yeah, mine was completely different. I saw Tom Petty, that free-falling video when they're skating on the roof. Tom Petty.
Oh, really?
Heartbreakers.
Who was skating in that?
I think it was Lance or somebody. I forgot who was up there. But they were just skating on top of this building. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, what is that shit? And then my brother, he used to sit me down in front of my house when I was a little ass kid. And he used to BMX and skate in front of me.
Yeah.
I used to just watch it back and forth. And I would just sit there. I wouldn't even move.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, dude. He's like, I think you liked the shit way before like you even thought.
Wow.
I did. I was like, I just love skating, dude. Like that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think skating it's just. I mean, fuck. Here I am. However many years ago, whatever it is, like 30-something years. Mm-hmm. But it's the same for anyone who's still doing it. It's like you never want to not do it, and you always think about it. Yeah. And like from the minute that you first picked up your skateboard, it's like. You just can't not think about it. I mean, you drive around and you look at stuff, and anywhere you go, you look, that could be skatable.
I even got my wife fucking looking at shit now differently.
Oh, really?
She's like driving with me. She's like, Nate, look at that right there. I was like, oh shit, that's a sick ass bank. She's like, yeah, you can skate that, huh? I was like, yeah. Yeah. It's just we look at shit differently, dude.
You for sure.
We're just fucking different species of like people, dude. I look at everything. I look at ledges, fucking. you know, anything, curbs, stairs.
Yeah.
It's all different toward me. Like, but to a normal person, it's like, oh, that's just stairs.
Well, that's the thing. It's
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
you know, there's the normal world, and then there's the our world of skateboarding, and then like, you know, 8 times out of 10, the normal world doesn't understand and has no clue. They have no clue about skateboarding, and that's why
they really just think it's a kid's game still. A lot of the older people, like, just kids do it.
And that's why they made Street League, basically, is because they had to like package skateboarding. You know, obviously it's for the Olympics, but they had to package skateboarding in a way that normal people can understand. Oh, what, you know, it's like everything else is about points and rules and like stay within the lines, and so they're like, okay,
actually athletes now. That's what regular people look at skateboard. But
well, you know what, dude? All athletes do cocaine and drugs and smoke weed, and you know, they're all doing it behind they're all partying. It doesn't matter who you are, like skateboarder or fucking, I mean, maybe most athletes don't.
What are your thoughts about the Olympics? Do you give a fuck about it, or just?
I don't really give a fuck about the Olympics, just because. Okay, here's what I think. I think the good thing about the Street League is that there has been a lot of money, so you know, dudes can make a lot of money, but it's only like 1% that are making that money. But that's cool, but at the same time, it's like you've taken. It's just look. Here's the fucking thing.
Real thing of skateboarding.
They're trying to make it an Olympic sport. Now, what the fuck is an Olympic sport? Because skateboarding normally every day, like from the entire history of what the people are doing and have done in skateboarding, it blows any Olympic sport out of the water. Yeah. When you're out in the streets and you fucking watch like I watched Jamie Foy, I didn't watch him, I filmed him front crook El Toro first fucking try. You know, and then think about think about John Cardiel. Any fucking thing he's done is more Olympic than any of all the Olympics put together.
Balls
so
to the wall fucking shit where you can fucking die.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Danny Way, like Jeff, all of the people, like everyone, Tony, fucking. So really, the Olympics is just for a different group of people. Yeah. And
I think it's more than normal people.
It's cool. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about the Olympics. I mean,
I just heard so many people like.
You know what's cool?
It's fucking different, dude. It's not an Olympic sport either.
You know what's sick? In the Winter Olympics, ski jumping. Yeah. That shit's balls to the wall. You're fucking flying off that thing at like 70 miles an hour or whatever it is. Like, I mean, they look crazy, but you're just fucking flying.
Oh, yeah. And you could fucking die.
So Winter Olympics, that's cool. The ski jump's cool, but again, it's like we can't really control it. It's out of our hands.
Yeah,
like
it's different. It's in like a different companies and just
different
shit.
Different people, different agendas. But yeah,
I grew up in an era where it was just skateboard. That was it.
Just what? Sorry.
It was just skateboard.
Right.
It wasn't no fucking Yahoos in it, no fucking kooks in it, fucking getting this and that. It was just plain skateboard. We didn't give a fuck about anything else. I got on my skateboard because I wanted to. Kids, I think Street League's cool for kids and whatnot, but they see nausea in them and they're like, oh, we can do that too.
Yeah.
But you got to see the percentage. How many kids are going to be like nausea?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many gnarly skaters, and I mean, they're doing gnarly shit like Yuta Horogomi. The shit he's doing, it's like insane. Regardless if it's at the Street League or not, they're all those dudes. See, here's the thing: all those guys have already done it on the real streets. Yeah. So it's not like this is their first time around and they're doing only doing these tricks in a Street League skate park. They've all done all this shit, and they're still doing it in the streets. So, but the thing is, this younger generation might only see Street League, and they might not understand that these guys have fucking put in work in the streets. And
since they were fucking like 12, 11 years old, they don't know that.
But then there's these kids who are going to grow up just only skating skate parks. I mean, in China right now, they've got fucking, they're trying to like farm out fucking a Chinese Olympic skateboard team, and they're only going to skate parks, and they're not going to actually skate real street. So it's like,
it's completely fucking different.
It's all whatever, dude. Let them do what they want. Like, I don't care about the Olympics. Like, let them fucking get their gold medals or whatever they want to get, and like
get their money and go on their happy way.
I think that I don't think it's going to do much for skateboarding as a whole, because it's just anyway, whatever.
It's just going away from. Like,
let the people. The Olympics don't matter to me.
Yeah.
So that's.
When did you move to the Bay Area after all that stuff? Skateboarding. When did you come into the States?
Like I was like 20 or something.
20 years old? Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were like younger.
No. I came when I was 18. Skated in Barcadero, but then I went back to the UK and then came back. Like when I was like 21 or something, and then.
When was like your first sponsors or like?
I used to, dude. I used to ride for
Blueprint skateboards and all that.
Yeah, Blueprint. Like when it started, I think it was like Panic skateboards, and then they started Blueprint, and then I can't remember, was it Blueprint or Panic? Whatever. There was two brands, and
it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, and then there was one video of Mixed Media. Which I had a part in, which is hilariously ridiculous. Like I look at it and just laugh.
I watched it yesterday. I watched a whole bunch of the videos, and I was like, "Dude, you had some shit though."
Nah, dude, whatever.
He was a good skater, dude. I don't know what he's talking about. He was a good skater, but he did take some fucking gnarly slams though.
I think that's what I was really good at. Was
I think it was just a big ass set or double set. Dude,
there was
just slammed like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
God damn. But you?
Dude, I remember that day actually. I remember getting like really stoned. I remember like knowing that I was gonna go there, and we get to the spot and they were skating these benches to warm up, and then for whatever reason I decided to smoke a joint, and I think that was like kind of fucked me up, because I was like, oh fuck, now I'm like stoned, and like I don't know, I couldn't really skate when I was stoned.
Was that a really, really big set to you back then, or was it?
Oh yeah, to me, it seemed huge. You know what's fucking rad though is Mike Maldonado actually went. He was in the UK like a few years later, and he ollied that shit like, and that's, dude, Mike Maldonado is the fucking legend. But
Philly boy.
Yeah, that it was for me. It was huge, and I remember just being really stoned and like.
Because you skated fast too. Because all the stuff I see, you were skating fucking fast.
Yeah, maybe
just going for it.
I was just an idiot. I'm just an idiot, dude. But yeah, no, it was. I know that I tried it. I tried it twice. I tried it once, and I think it was in the Blueprint video. I don't even remember it. I know I tried it twice, but anyway.
I just remember
one time I slammed, and then the second time was when I smoked this big joint, and then it didn't really help me that much, and I remember fucking eating shit and bruising my heel so bad I couldn't even put my shoe on. But whatever, I just went for it. It was just like fucking all or nothing.
Did you ever think about, you going pro or anything?
Of course you do when you're young. You think you're gonna go pro, but yeah.
Did you get to a point where you're like, fuck it, I'm not? When did you start filming? Or
when I after I moved to the States, and I just started filming after a while. Yeah.
Got into that?
Yeah, I got into filming because it was like, what am I gonna do? What should I do? Like, yeah, fuck it. I like being outside. Like, let's film.
What was your first job of filming, like serious filming?
For 411.
411.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love 411 videos, dude. I watched those fuckers forever.
They were cool. I mean, that was
hella cool.
That was the.
Watching them, I just like, dude. It made me want to go skate all the time.
That was the internet before the internet.
It was like a thing where you can see all the brands, all the teams. You don't have that no more. I like that little shit. That was cool.
But I think, it's like anything. I think it started out good, and then it got to a point where it just became oversaturated, and like they just had to put out. They felt like they had to put out so many. Should we wait? Yeah, but whatever. 411.
411.
Yeah.
Yep. That was something I watched back in the day, and I wish it was still here. But like you said,
the internet's here.
Yeah, the internet.
But 411 was the internet before the internet, and now the internet's here. It's the information,
it's the branding.
And
It's this shit gets out so fast now, like on social media, like.
Well, here's the thing. It's all. I don't think it really matters anymore. It's like you can see something on Instagram, but then you can see it in a video, you know, later, because you only see a small snippet on Instagram, and it's gone real quick. You know, it's like people next, and then you can watch it in its full length on the internet, and then you can watch the rough cut. I mean, you can watch anything any way you want. You can serve it up any way you want now with the internet. I think it's just kind of like
it's completely different. And like it's crazy. Like if something comes out new, it's old in like a week. Or
it's old in like a couple of days.
Yeah, it's just fucking gone. Like if someone comes out with a part, you're like, oh, that part's sick, and then after they watch it, another part's already come. It's just.
Well, it's just there's so many things.
Yeah.
For me, there's not really. I don't. It's hard to like actually be able to like take it in and absorb it all. Yeah. There's just so many things, but this is just the society that we live in, and this is how it.
Well, is that harder for you because you're a filmer and you have to keep up like that, and having content like always coming out for Thrasher and stuff like that?
I mean, I wouldn't say. Yeah, it's hard because it's skateboarding, and you know, it's not like a sport where you don't just go to the court and you don't go to the basketball court and just throw, you know,
play one game and be out.
You know what I mean? It's like skater might not fucking feel it. Like, oh, well, let's go skate this spot. You get there and it's fucking knobbed or whatever, you know. So it's just you just have to find different ways to be able to obtain the content, like different ideas, like stuff that's, you know.
But I'm pretty sure these young kids keep you young too, though.
Oh, dude, for sure. That's actually the really cool thing about skateboarding is like, you know, you hang out with young people and it keeps you young. Mm-hmm. So you can be. I mean, I'm 44 and I still feel like I'm fucking 20-year-old. Yeah. You know. I
mean, I've gained some weight, but I still feel young. Like I went skateboarding yesterday for about 6 hours.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, I mean, I felt like shit at the end, but just skating that much, it makes you feel better. It's like damn, dude. It's like, you know, it's just it's liberating where you're like, damn, dude. I maybe I need to do this a little more.
Right.
Because it's just good for you, dude.
No, of course,
like,
it is good.
Friends too. Like it's seriously hard to get some of my friends out now. It's like, dude, they're like, oh, we're getting older. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about age, bro. I want to go skate. If you don't want to, that's why I'm like, dude. If you don't want to go skate, fuck off, because I'm gonna go skate. That's what I tell all my friends. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go fucking skate regardless of how you guys feel. That's what I do, man. I got to get some type of role.
Right.
But now, like, I think skate parks to me are getting like boring. I got to go do like street stuff or just cruise around the fucking neighborhood. Or
I don't know, dude. Like, there's depends on what skate park you go to.
Not here though.
I like that. I like that Granite Park.
Oh, Power Inn?
Power Inn.
I'm always there, dude.
I love that park.
Dude, that park opened in 2007.
Oh, yeah?
I was there before they put the gates around it.
Oh, really?
And I remember going there at night and chilling in the bowl until the sun came up, and then we were skating.
Oh, yeah?
And the cops would roll around, and like we would go inside the bowl.
Why did they put the fence around it?
They just did.
Oh, it was supposed to be fenced off?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a fence. And like we would see the cops roll up, and we'd be like, shit. And we jump in the
really?
bowl. Yeah, jump in the bowl, and they just roll by, and I'm like, fuck you guys. Yeah, dude, that park was...
Yeah, I like that park. The bowls are good, and it's cool.
Yeah, they have one in Natomas, a Wild Rose. You ever seen that one?
What's that one?
It has a little like fucking little snake
run.
It's pretty badass, dude. It's nice. It's small though. So we can get to the real good stuff. The flip videos. Really sorry and all them. How'd you hook up with that and start filming with them?
I mean, it's just like anything, you know. Like skateboarding's a pretty small world, and I kind of knew like Jeff. I knew Alex Mole real well from like the UK, and I met Jeff before, and I was living in San Francisco, and then you know those guys came up to like I would skate with Appleyard a lot, and he was riding for Circa and obviously Flip, and he came to San Francisco on a circuit trip with Cole and
cleanest fucking style ever.
Yeah, and we filmed a couple of tricks, and
this was after Sorry.
No. This is before Sorry. Yeah, I was working for 4-1, and then I did a couple of Transworld videos like Free Your Mind, but
Free Your Mind.
I In Bloom and Free Your Mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just remember like skating with Mark, filmed a couple of tricks with Mark, and this is how I still worked for 4-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent those to Jeff, and I remember he called me and was like, "Oh, dude, you should come and skate with us sometime." Blah blah blah. I got the clips, and he was like, "Yeah, come skate with us." And I was like, "Of course, you're not going to say no." And so then from that point, you know, I would go down to Huntington Beach every once in a while and skate with those guys, and then they would come to San Francisco, and then eventually like I got an offer to work for Transworld, and so I like was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna, you know, do that, but I got to move to SoCal. So I moved down there, and I lived in Huntington because I knew Alex and Jeff. Obviously, I'd gotten to know him a little better, and then so yeah, I mean, I used to film with those guys all the time whilst working for Transworld, and then it kind of like
it just happened.
Because I was like filming for In Bloom, and then right around the same time, like a week before the In Bloom premiere was Sorry. And so basically how it worked out is that like I just came in towards, like I was just helping those guys film towards the end while Fred was editing. I was just helping film for stuff for Sorry, and I had filmed a ton of shit in that video. And then, you know, a week later, In Bloom came out after the Sorry video, and then I think 6 months after that we started making Free Your Mind, and then after, like towards the end of that, that's when Jeff asked me like, "Hey, you want to work for Flip?" Blah blah blah, and
you're like, "Fuck yeah."
I was like, "Yeah, of course." You know, like they had the gnarliest team, and it was just, you know, like I was where I was in that place at that time. If it was something else or some other brand, then it would have been the same thing. It was the perfect time, and plus, you know, I knew those guys, but
so it was pretty natural just to fucking just go do it.
Yeah, and so it was basically like helped film a load of stuff in Sorry, and then Really Sorry was like, and they'd already been, you know, while I was still working for Transworld, they were still filming, and they had been stacking footage, and like all they had so much footage, and that was like when it was like, you know, VHS, and then it was like, oh, DVD, and so Really Sorry was like this, like it was like the DVD extras, but the extra was Sorry, and the Really Sorry was like kind of its own video, because it was like, hey, get Really Sorry, but get Sorry for free, like
I had that shit, dude.
And so, like I said, they already had a bunch of stuff, and then I filmed a lot with Bastien from that time, and then obviously like all of the guys, but
you film a lot of legendary shit. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I got, like I said, right place, right time.
Dude, I've watched Sorry and Really Sorry like probably a fucking million times.
Right.
I couldn't stop watching that shit. I'll wake up early in the morning, get cereal, put on fucking Sorry, and just watch it, dude.
I mean, they were fucking.
That's what kids were doing. Like, you know, not from, you know, you're in the industry, so you see it as different. You know what I'm saying? But people that were just kids that saw that shit, we were fucking. That was our like Bible video.
Right.
That Flip video, we would fucking just watch every single person, and like especially Mark and Bash and all the whole fucking team was fucking beat.
I mean, that video was insane. You know,
it was ridiculous, and especially when I seen Jeff do that ollie into the bank, that big bank, I was like, that's a fucking crazy start off, because this is gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, even then, like Bastien doing that kickflip from board.
Oh God, dude.
Was insane. He did that in 6 tries. I mean, but here's the thing: it's like when you're in it and doing it, you don't think about anything other than like, oh, I'm just filming these dudes.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
No, you don't think like that. Maybe the big outcome of it's gonna be, or like how legendary shit's gonna be.
No, not really, because you're just doing it. You're in, and you're absorbed in it, and it's kind of just like. Yeah, I don't even know. So it's always different for the people who are looking from the outside in. Mm-hmm. There's always a different reality there's always a different idea of what the reality is. You know what I'm saying? It's like social media, like when I'm filming it and doing it, I don't think of anything else.
It's gonna happen like that.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. Like I don't think like, oh my God, oh my god, I'm filming the gnarliest
Dude,
dudes.
yeah.
Or I'm just like, we were just filming and
Yeah,
like,
you just had no idea how kids were fucking so hyped on it, dude. We were all. I got my nephews into it. We would watch this shit like it was nothing every day.
but here's the thing, you know, it's like people like Jeff, kids should fucking take a leaf out of Jeff's book because he was like by far the most professional person that I've ever fucking like. He just,
Ever filmed?
it's not even like
Like what?
professional, but he just knew what he wanted to do. Like he had the fucking van, he would get the dudes in the van, he's like, we're going fucking skating, let's fucking go, you know.
So
like
he was pinpoint on getting
yeah,
shit
he
done,
was,
like,
I mean, he was like the kind of the leader,
okay.
you know what I
Schedule,
mean?
Get shit done, let's go, it's time, let's go.
Yeah, not really like scheduling, but just
Yeah.
like, we're fucking going skating. Let's
Yeah.
go. We're going to go fucking skate. We're going on a trip.
Yeah.
Let's get in the fucking van. Like, just get in the van.
Yeah.
And he was the guy who was not the leader, but he just was fucking making it happen. You know what I'm saying? And all those dudes fed off each other. And yeah, like I said, like I was in the right place at the right time. I mean, I got to film Bastion. I got to film some... I mean, I'm being very lucky. I mean, I got to film John Cardiel. I've got to film all kinds of people, and I've got to witness some insane shit. And now that, like, you know, people see it and they look at it now and they're like, "Fuck, that's so gnarly." But at the time that you're doing it,
Yeah, you don't think.
you're just. I mean, for me, it was just like I was having fun.
Yeah, it was fun and normal.
Yeah, it was
fucking
completely
skating.
normal.
Yeah,
You know,
skating.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't think it like that.
those guys are doing gnarly stuff, of course, but you're not like, you don't go like, "Oh my god, this is the gnarliest shit ever." You're just like, it's
this
fucked.
is gonna be legendary.
It's
No,
it's
yeah,
fucked,
yeah,
of course,
it's
but
fucked. It's
you're just
completely
doing it and having fun. And like, you know, some of the best sessions were like nighttime sessions. Like we would go skating at night. Jeff would be like, we're only gonna skate at night for the next 2 weeks, or so we'd fucking go skate at night. And this is before GPS,
Yeah.
and this is just like
mapping shit out. Like we had an actual
Thomas
map.
guide,
Yeah.
or writing directions down.
Yeah.
And he would be like, he'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna skate tonight, but you take go skate with these guys, you know. And he'd write the directions on a piece of paper for me to spots, and I still have the directions.
Really?
I still have a book full of
Dude, that's awesome.
directions of spots. So it's like we would just skate at nighttime, and you just go light shit up. You drive around, and there was periods, like I said, like 2 weeks only skating at nighttime, sleep in the day.
Late at fucking night.
Oh yeah, till like
late.
4 in the morning. Oh, I'll get home at 5 in the morning. You know, drive all over the place.
Yeah, that's sick.
You know, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like
Yeah.
it's weird. It feels like a fairy, some kind of like fucking magical life.
Oh, definitely was, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
I wish I did something kind of like that in skateboarding, but I knew I probably couldn't. Dude, like, it's just like I said, dude. It's a fucking honor to have you here in front of me. It's like, dude, you were the fucking person that was filming a lot of this shit. You deserve some credit. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't give a fuck about all that shit because you already told me.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
like I said, it's just-
I personally, like, you know, fucking respect you to the fullest, dude, and I have the utmost, so that's it, dude.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, I it's nice that you.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
appreciate that. But like I said, I'm just
Just a normal dude.
a human being.
Human being, yeah.
And like I picked up a skateboard, and here I am talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
talking to you at a middle school in Sacramento.
yeah. But that's the thing. It's like when you're really into something and you just want to do it. Like that's the thing about skateboarding. It's like
No, that's like me. Like
you're never not gonna do
like,
it. You're never gonna stop.
When I was hitting you up, because like I heard something from PLA. They're like, hey, Bowman lives here. I was like, what?
Yeah, I went into the store to buy a T-shirt. I'm actually gonna go buy a hooded sweatshirt when it gets a little bit colder.
These are nice, man.
But you know, I went in there and because I like to support local skate
Yeah.
stores, and like I bought a T-shirt, and like I try to do that wherever I go on a trip or whatever. And usually like, oh, we'll give you a discount. I'm like, nah, just let me pay full price because whatever. It's like, you know, here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing. The core skate stores, they're like the most important piece of like a city's fucking skate scene, because it's where the kids go to meet up. They're the ones they're the scene, you know, they're the fucking law. They're the people who, you know.
It's kind of like old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a sense. of everyone coming
Well, it's
together.
the beating heart
Yeah.
of the scene.
There's no bullshit though. That's like real skaters. When you go to PLA, every other day you're gonna have a whole bunch of skaters meet up there, and they're going to film.
Yeah.
They're doing shit like it was back in the day. They keep that core of skating still there. It's not fucking dreaming about street league.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
But it's like anything. You just I mean, like I still feel exactly the same way about filming. Should we wait till the dog stops barking? I still feel exactly the same way about skateboarding and filming skateboarding as I did when I first started skating.
You still have
like it's just being out there. I don't care about any of the other stuff, the fucking politics and whatever. The only thing that fucking matters is just being. Shoot, the dogs are barking. The only thing that matters is just going out there and fucking like filming skating and hanging out and like, you know, traveling, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing. Then I was just like hyped about you even like fucking messaging me back about doing this, you know, because I was like, oh, I'll just try.
Yeah.
When you messaged me back, I was like, damn, he I guess he's down. Like he's cool with it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, whatever. It's just like
you
have your little thing. Like that's the thing. It's just like it's like skateboarding. You know, I feel that like people who are into skateboarding are like really into skateboarding and in whatever
100%.
way, shape, or form.
Sure.
You know, like you want to do your little podcast, and
life,
this is like your life. Like
it's my little getaway because like I have a regular job, but like, you know, I'm not bagging on my job, but it's just the love is not there. You know, I have no fucking.
Right, it's a means to an end. It's like how you make your money.
I have no fucking means for that fucking job.
Right.
But it is a job. I do appreciate my job and bosses. You know, I don't want to get fired because of sets.
Yeah, you're gonna show give this podcast to your boss. And be like, I hate my job.
He's not a skater. He don't give a shit. But I had to do something because I've been like this since I was a kid. So
right.
I was like, I do my job, like I said earlier when I was talking to you. I do my job, but when I'm...
This is your passion.
This is my passion. I love fucking skating, dude. Mm-hmm. Every day I fucking wake up. Sometimes my wife hates it because I like skateboarding.
Right.
She's like, dude, that's what you think about it. I was like,
right. That's cool.
I was like, that's what I do.
But that's basically like any skateboarder.
Yeah.
That's all they think about is skating. I mean, I think definitely when you get older, a lot of people probably, you know, you have to have something else in your life just so that you like can still stay passionate about skateboarding.
I wish I was blessed like you though, man, to go film shit, skate shit all the time.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was blessed. I just was like picked up a camera and just somehow did it.
Just kept going.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like that's it, really. I mean, I think if you just have a passion and you just follow what you want to do, and you'll do whatever it takes to do it, and whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like I set out to be like, okay, it's going to be my job and this is my career. Yeah. It's just like I wanted to skateboard, and everything kind of just fell into place. You know, I mean, when I worked for Flip, I was like a TM kind of too, but it was like I was just part of the gig. And I feel like nowadays, like especially nowadays, like if you're a filmer, you have to kind of be able to like film, you have to be able to edit, you have to be able to organize trips, you have to be able to like manage dudes. You kind of have to be able to just do everything. You know what I mean? Because there was a point where I was just...
This dog is killing me, bro.
Oh, dear. I don't know why. I don't really understand what... They probably... they looks... No, it looks like they chopped down a big old tree and woods for sale or whatever. But yeah, you just... Whatever. I don't know what we were talking about right there. But.
Well, we just go off topic, but this is a real big question I wanted to ask you. How is it skating with Shane Cross?
I mean...
Because that's like a lot. I've got some emails and some people were like, "Hey, can you ask this question?" That was like a big question.
I mean, how was it skating with Shane?
Yeah.
It was.
It's fucking amazing, dude.
He was an amazing human being.
Yeah.
Fucking dog. This dog, dude. Do you think is it picking it up on your mic or?
It probably won't pick it up that much. I know, right when we're about to talk about Shane.
Oh no, it's fine. But yeah, no, he was an amazing human being, and you know, I didn't get to know him that well.
Was it like a short stint?
Yeah, it was. I mean, honestly, dude, I don't really remember how long, but I mean, he stayed at my house in Huntington like a bunch of times, and you know, we definitely like went on a bunch of tours and traveled. He was cool. He was just, you know, footloose and fancy free and just fucking. He just
shirts and shit on his head.
Yeah,
just skating.
He was just a fucking free spirited human being, and you know, he was super cool. He was like a really nice dude. Like,
I always remember. I think it was a clip from him and Cardiel skating this bowl, and he was doing. I think he was just doing back tails on it or something, and they were so clean. I was like, fuck. I think it was with cards.
Really, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, he was getting like a bowl with cards. And I was like, fuck, dude. It was like Shane. And it looked like he was just natural, like real natural skater.
Oh yeah, really natural.
Fucking smooth.
Yeah, he was very naturally talented, and he was just very free spirited human being. You know, like probably freer spirited than anyone I've ever met. You know, nice guy, super nice family. You know, they were all
fucked up Indian how things happened.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's you know, unfortunate, but he's not forgotten.
Oh hell no, never.
You know, but he was cool, really nice.
You still do stuff for Converse or anything for the projects?
No, that was
that was like 4 years ago. I was like gonna ask that.
No, I don't. I mean, that was just all like.
That was a little
random
filming little thing.
Yeah, that was Mike Gilbert asked me to help him do that. I reluctantly did it because I don't really. That's the thing. It's like
you don't like being in front of the camera.
Yeah, fucking. I realized like when I picked up a camera, I was like, this is so much better. And like having a camera, it's like there's a medium between me and the subject matter. You know. So when I have a camera, I'm like. I don't feel any social anxiety or anything. Like I hate going out to social events and like I don't really like.
You just don't do that shit.
Yeah, it's just rather you know. But if I have a camera, it's fine. I can be anywhere when I have a camera because, you know.
It's easier.
Yeah,
it's easy to be behind it because you don't have to have a subject matter in front of you.
But what was the question? I don't know. I feel like I always go off topic because I just get lost. I'm like,
dude, it doesn't matter. You know how many times we went off topic like the whole fucking time. So
yeah,
it's good though. It's natural.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like it's this. Yeah, like that stuff is like, it's like teaching kids like how to film. I mean, you can show people like, okay, here's some techniques, but man, honestly.
You gotta go out there and
you just gotta fucking go out there and do it. Like you could go to school and go and learn all the rules, right? And whatever, and then.
But if you don't do it, you ain't gonna.
I think it's better just to go out and do it. You know, I'd rather just go out and do it.
Yeah, well, it's just like kids at skate parks. When they come up to me, they're like, "Hey, can you teach me how to drop in and do all this other stuff?" I'm like, they're like, "When was your first drop in?" I was like, I don't remember that.
Well, here's the thing. You can't. It's not like a sport where you just go, okay, this is how you swing the bat. This is how you kick the fucking soccer ball. It's like, okay, when you drop in, you put your weight on the tail, front foot, and then whatever. You know, you can like. There's like the very, very basics. But here's the thing about skating is, the only way to learn is to go out and fucking eat shit, and get hurt. Yeah. And that's the only way to learn. Yeah, like, it's tough. Just fucking try. Yeah, it's a tough fucking It's like it's not teachable like a fucking okay, you're gonna take tennis lessons. Oh, we're gonna go to skate lessons. I mean, I guess they've got like skate schools and skate stuff, and maybe there is some way that people can teach kids how to skate. But like I said, I think you just have to see it and you just have to figure it out. Yeah. That's the only way.
I think I'm just a horrible teacher.
Right.
And I tell the kids too. I said, hey, you just got to keep doing this shit. And they're like, what? Dude, you can't learn if you don't do it.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, the only way I learned was like by eating shit. Yeah. I mean, I used to there was a handrail that they put in near my house, like at the high school that I used to go to, and I remember like, I watch see dudes caveman and handrails, board sliding handrails, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that, and like I fucking sacked sacked the handrail at my school so many times on my own. Like, no one there, no video camera, like, because I'm trying to learn how to fucking do a board slide or a caveman. And, you know, like, well, the only way you learn is by sacking the rail.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta sack the rail in order to fucking...
You gotta get fucked.
But,
Fucked. Before
yeah.
you can learn.
So, yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Yeah, no, whatever.
This is whatever. But yeah, any future endeavors with filming?
Just keep filming skating.
filming.
Just keep filming as long as I can.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Well,
not
you wanna-
forever, but yeah, I don't really. I mean, I never really
Did you ever want to
thought.
start your own companies or anything like that, or you didn't like none of that shit? Or just
Nah, I mean,
too
it's
much behind it.
it's probably I wouldn't want to. I don't know. It's like a lot of. You want to
Headache.
start if you want to start a brand, you got to have a lot of resources. You got to know all the right people, and I wouldn't want to start a brand, but I just whatever keep filming and. They always tell you, you got to have a plan. Well, I never really had a plan that I'd be here, and I made it this far.
Well, you
So
made it fucking way far. That's
I'll
best
just
shit ever.
I'll just keep doing it for as long as I can. Obviously, inevitably, you might get to a point where I'm like, can't keep up with the fucking
Youngins.
the youngins. But who's to say?
Yeah.
Who's to say anything? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just see.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going. I mean, I think in the internet age, you know, being a filmer and an editor, it's like, or you know, whatever it is, like a content creator.
What they call.
Is that the word? But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a demand for people to make videos, and it's just like whatever. Being in the right place at the right time and having the right connections. So whatever, maybe I'll still be doing it when I'm 65.
I hope you do, man. You've been doing it.
I haven't thought about retirement.
No.
So I might want to start thinking about that. But yeah, you never know. We never know.
So you got any shout outs or people you want to thank?
I mean, thanks. Thank you to everybody. There you go.
Everybody in skateboarding.
Yeah, thanks.
That helped?
Yeah, I mean, thank you to all the people that I've filmed and that continue to film with me or whatever, and just fucking
Nah, this is some good shit, dude. I thank you for even.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, are you
Even
gonna?
filming.
I don't envy you having to edit this down. Listen.
No, it's gonna be all up.
Oh, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Oh wow.
This is made up the whole thing.
How long is it?
It'll probably be an hour or so. It's not 4 hours.
You might want to like edit some shit out, but
No, man, keep it all. It's great.
I don't know. It might be boring.
No, you're not boring at all, dude.
Some people.
But I like to thank you for just doing this little audio thing with me, man. This has been a blessing, bro. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can link up again. Hopefully it's not the end of
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
You hit me up, whatever, man. Whenever you're in town. But I thank you again for being on here. And I have to thank my little supporters. Well, they're not really supporters, they're big supporters. They support my show, PLA Skate Shop,
Yeah.
American Cream Company, and Thief Trucks, Esla Boom, Willie's Workshop, Willie Santos.
Oh, these are all your sponsors?
Not really sponsors, just people that support my show.
Yeah.
I don't have sponsors, so.
That's cool.
And I thank all of them, man, for everything they do.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, I thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for everything, you know.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's it. All right. So,
Sunny Secto.
Yep. We're in Sacto, so that's it, man. Appreciate you guys listening. We out.
Later. Bye.